I've had a good handful of people ask me how I got this big. It is over 6 feet tall, and I would say it's almost 6 feet wide. So I will show you. I have two canvases. I made all of it, the sizes and everything that I wanted, on one canvas. Obviously, it's too big to cut, but this part is important because it makes cutting 10 times easier. This way I don't have to keep changing my sizes and adjusting everything and making sure everything is the same size before I cut. Everything is the way I want it, and I just have to put it on one, put it on the other, and cut. So I will tell you though that the hearts I did make smaller because Design Space yells at me for making them as big as they are. So I did make them, when I put them on the other mat, I did make them a little bit smaller. So attach them together, copy, paste. They will appear down here wherever they were located on your original design. So here they are. See, it doesn't like the size. So I literally made them as big as I possibly could until Design Space was happy. So I just shrunk these down and it literally came out to be the perfect size. They are almost 16.5 by 11.5. That's how big they are on my wall. So then I put this up to my 0. Obviously, it's smaller than 12 and 24. So it cuts on my mat. So I cut that. Then I come back to my Design Space, get rid of it on here. Go back to this mat and do that for every single piece. Perfect fits on one whole mat, the size that I have it. It literally fits from end to end with no space on one entire mat. Some of these in here, you have to cut in pieces. Copy. Over here, paste. Scroll down to find it. Okay. Now attach it before I move it. Bring it back up to my 0. As you can tell, it is bigger than 24. So detach it. I took 2 off, brought it down here. Is just attached. So now these two chunks are small enough to fit on one mat, one 12 by 24 mat, because underneath each other, they do not make it bigger than 12. So that's how I cut that one. So you print it, when you cut it, I don't know why I keep saying print, you cut it. I wait until everything is cut, and then I take everything off that I don't want and do it all at one time. So then you, again, get rid of it. It doesn't want to go anywhere, I guess. There it goes. And marriage, the same thing. I had to chop it at M-A-R-R, and then I-A-G-E was another space. But M-A-R-R is just short of 24 inches, so I had to cut them on two different mats. Or at two different times if you use the same mat, but you cut it at two different times. However you want to put it and whatever makes more sense to you. So now, imperfect, I actually had to cut into 3 sections. Copy, paste. Again, it's going to show up where it's located. So all the stuff over here, you at least know it's put on here. So then you can go find it. My eye did not come with. So let's grab the eye. Okay, now it's on here. So when I did this, I had to do IMPE on one mat. RFEC on another mat. And T all by itself. You can cut this with the A at the very top of this design if you want to just have less cutting. See? Or you can switch these around and put them in order if you have crazy OCD about it like I do. So, because if you put this on here, it's going to be past 24. And it doesn't fit under, just fit within the 12. So I cut it by itself. Whatever you want to do. So that's how I do the imperfect, and then I piece it all back together on the wall. So now, after you've cut this, take this off of your canvas, go back to your image. I had to do who, R-E, together. You can actually, too, do this. Let me get the on in here. Let's make this a tad bigger. I only have it like this with each other just for sake of time. Okay. So this entire piece, technically you can take over and do all together. Okay. So this one, I typed it all together, so it's already one piece. I'm going to put this all the way up at the top. Okay, now we're going to go back down to this piece. Okay. Now, I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better. Okay, so again, this is past 24. So I just took all of fuse. So again, ungroup it or undetach it if it was attached together on your other one. RE stays there. It doesn't want to ungroup. Are you kidding me right now? That's one way to ungroup, I guess. This recorder sometimes slows this thing down pretty bad. It does not want to. Let me try doing it this way, because for some reason it does not want to come apart. And I don't know why it keeps doing that. So if you want, duplicate it, get rid of fuse, if it wants to be difficult, like this one is. Sometime today. I don't know why this video recorder slows my stuff down so bad. It didn't do this when I made it. I guess let's try it on this one. See? It just wants to do the thing of its own right now, I guess. Whatever. But I pieced this at fuse. I've pieced this at to give and up on. Let's see if this one wants to do it for me. Of course not. But that's how I did this one. Each fits on one 12 by 24. The same thing for other. I printed these all by themselves on one 12 by 24. I'll show you. So let me back up. You see, it's almost 20 inches. So I did these on each of their own mats. And then when I have everything on the wall, I pieced it all together. I drew lines on the wall to make sure everything was straight. My children were not happy because they know it's naughty to draw on the walls. But it's okay, because I'm the mom and I was doing it, right? So, yeah, that's literally how I did it. I don't know why this piece wanted to be difficult for me, but whatever. It's Friday. It's acting like it's a Monday. So yeah, you can print that T with this if you wanted to, or you can do it all by themselves. However you want to do it, whatever you like better is more comfortable or you're used to. Do it however you like to do it, but you can make things bigger than your mats. This is pretty much what this is for. You can make things bigger than your mats by just piecing things together. Obviously, if things were taller than 12 inches, you would have to do them letter by letter on a 12 by 24, as long as they're not over 12 and 24 inches. And if it was, you would have to cut the letter in half by like slicing it and doing it that way and piecing it together, which would be a lot harder to put together. You would have to have a lot more patience. But that's it. It's pretty simple. And just comment down below if you have any questions.